Best of R/ Tales from Retail episode 23. Hey, I'm a long time lurker, first time poster here. I'm on mobile, not a native English speaker, etc. So, I'm currently jobbing at a fairly big bookstore in Germany. Normally, we, the cashiers, wrap gifts right on the spot when customers pay. Except for December because there are just too many people who want the books wrapped and it would take a lot of time. In December we have a gift wrapping table on the 3rd floor where they wrap your gifts for free when you show them your receipt. Today, there was this lady asking me if I could wrap her books and I explained those things to her. She kept a smile on her face but she constantly complained about it, like next time I'll go to my usual bookstore, they wrap my gifts there, and that's impossible, don't you think? How long does it take to wrap something? And can't you just do it? And I explained to her again and again, no, I can't. That's what the wrapping table is for. Those guys are literally paid just to wrap presents. After she left I just shook my head. She wouldn't even have to walk the stairs since we have escalators. Thank you. Next. For some background, I work in a jewelry store that also sells crystal figurines. This initial interaction happened about 2 months ago with her coming back this week. Initial interaction. One of the regulars, always causes trouble, that happens to be partial to me comes in again. As usual she darts over to me and seems eager to waste at least an hour of my time, act stuck up, and probably buy the cheapest thing we have. I get lucky and after a mere 45 minutes, and several rude comments later, she decided to buy a $75 figurine, cheapest that we have. As I'm cashing her out I made a point to stop everything and stress the importance of keeping the original box and foam in case something ever happens to the figurine. We can't send it for repair without those items. She acts like I am an idiot for even thinking she didn't already know that and makes another rude comment. Brush it off and finish the transaction and she leaves. This week's interaction. She storms in looking quite upset. I'm standing at the counter and she comes up to me and takes out her now broken figurine. See, remember you sold this to me? It's already broken. I really expected better quality from a place like this. Me, oh no. How did it break? See, I dropped it when moving some papers on my desk before going to court. I'm a lawyer, you know. Me, yeah, these figurines are quite fragile and will likely break if dropped. We can still send it to be repaired if you still have the original box and foam. See, why would I have that? I threw that garbage away. Me, Mom, at the time of purchase I stressed the importance of keeping the box so we could send it back. Without the box we can't do anything. See, that's ridiculous. Why not? Me, if we mail this item it'll most likely get damaged on its way to the repair center or on its way back, which is out of our responsibility. We need the box and foam customized for that item so we can safely send it. See, you don't have extra boxes? A company like this must have extra boxes. Me, no mom. Unfortunately we don't have the space or resources to house extra boxes and foam for every figurine we've ever sold. See, where's your manager? Me, he's out for lunch. Come back in half an hour and he'll be here. 30 minutes later. See, this is ridiculous. There must be a contingency plan for those that don't keep their boxes. Manager, unfortunately not mom. Customers are told to keep their box. Whether they do or don't is up to them along with any consequences. See, what a ridiculous policy. And I overheard the associates tell a customer you're only here 3 days a week. What kind of manager are you? Manager, actually I split my time between 3 different locations so I often work 6-7 days a week. See, fine, I guess that's okay then. Leaves. 2 days later we got a call from customer service about her complaint. The manager informed the CS agent of the company's policy and if she wanted to pay for the repair with her own money she was welcome to do so, but we would not be sending it. I cut out some other info to try and keep this short. If you have any questions just ask. Thank you. Next. We have price scanners scattered across the store where customers can check prices. The scanners are often malfunctioning and they often don't show the right price when there is a discount. I was stocking the shelves when a Karen comes to me. Karen, hello, these scanners aren't showing the discount that's advertised on your Facebook page. Me, oh yeah, these scanners can be a bit of a nuisance. The discount will definitely show up when you go on register. I'll fix it right away. Karen, No, 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 you need to fix it right now. Me, yes, I'll be right on it. Have a nice day. Karen, this is not acceptable. Can I speak to your manager? Me, sure, I'll get her. Just hold on. Karen, I have no time for this. She then leaves the store. Thank you. Next. 'Twas 10 days before Christmas and all through the store, many people were still shopping and here goes my tale. Not very good, but hey, I had to try one out. A lot happened yesterday, so grab a seat and some popcorn or hot chocolate because this is going to be a crazy tale. So it started out as a nice quiet shift, almost too quiet. I knew Sundays were like the wild card in the Uno deck, this meaning that the customers could act anyway. Me and my jewelry associates were having casual conversation when the first incident arrived. This man came by to get a watch repaired because he was going to a wedding. So there is a rule now, since it's crazy during the holidays we can't repair watches until after the holidays. Family man did not like that and started to spew out cuss words and proceeded to call us the R word. It's a derogatory term that was used to describe someone who is mentally disabled. Our jewelry manager stepped up and told him not to. His wife told him to apologize. My co-worker who he screamed at was pissed off that she had to be held back. Family man leaves unsatisfied and my co-worker gets sent to cool down. Nearby customers stop to check on us. That's sweet. Things go nicely after that, until Bonnie and Clyde arrive. This young boy in a camo jacket with an orange hat who has his headphones and I would say he's about 12 or 13 starts looking at some of our jewelry cases. We see him and all get a weird vibe from him, all thinking is he going to steal? So we watch him. He stays at the far area of our department, then he starts looking at the outside jewelry on the aisleway still near the jewelry cases. A manager comes by and we ask her to ask him if he needs any help. She does it and says he was very rude. Then a few minutes later, I ask him and he rudely responds back to me. He is in the area for like 15 minutes, looking at our $25 box jewelry and keeps looking at us. He leaves for about 5 minutes to go upstairs and comes down with a girl. I start calling them Bonnie and Clyde. She has headphones in too. They go to our clearance jewelry section which is far away from us. I low-key wouldn't be surprised if they stole something. Next I see they left our department and went to Sephora which is right next to us. Then they leave after it starts to get busy. With the interesting customers I had yesterday and the closing managers, besides my best friend OFC, being disorganized and snappy, I'll say things are going to get more interesting at my job. Edit. Explaining what R word he was referring to. Thank you. Next. Sorry in advance if this is written weirdly. This is my first time actually posting a story here. I work at a grocery store as a cashier. One day a customer walked up to my till to pay for his item and as I was cashing him out he told me that the bathroom lights weren't working. Of course, I told him that I would tell someone right away so they could fix the lights. I thought that would be it, but he kept talking. He proceeds to say that some elderly person might get hurt because the lights aren't working or they might miss the toilet, or something like that. The whole time he was explaining all of this he seemed really angry. I wasn't really sure how to react and whenever I get nervous I tend to start laughing awkwardly so naturally I did just that. He then angrily says, "It's not funny, this is why the world is going to hell." I didn't really know what to say at that point, so I just finished his transaction and told him to have a good day. So nothing really too crazy, just some guy who was really mad that the lights stopped working. Maybe he was mad that I was laughing, but I would have hoped that he would have noticed how uncomfortable he was making the conversation. Thank you. Next. Context. I worked the grave shift at a high theft grocery store. We ran into a lot of people trying to be inventive when stealing. Some successful, not. This is the latter, but one of the most memorable. Cust, me. Hi, Saint, stupid teen NM, the night manager, me, walk past alcohol aisle and glances down and think I sees someone putting something down their shirt, makes my way up front, hey, I think someone is stealing some alcohol, I'll point him out when I see him, Saint, steps out of aisle, NM, no need, I know who it is. It should be noted, I am not entirely positive how to explain this. But it was really obvious that he was stealing. He was wearing a loose hoodie over his thin body and the bottle A 750ml bottle was nestled at the bottom with the top pulling the cloth to jut out, like making a tent. Saint tries to walk past registers and leave. NM steps in the way. You need to take that out of your shirt. Saint, move out of the way, dude. NM, no. What do you have under your shirt? Saint, skin. NM, visibly amused and annoyed. Come on, dude. We can all see it. Saint, visibly defeated, pulls out the bottle of wine and hands it over before leaving. NM and I had a good laugh later, though, out of his response. Thank you. Next. Okay, so what happened was, she called us and I answered the phone and said the usual stuff. Hi, name of store. My name speaking. How can I help? She then asked if it was the shop in our town and I was like, yes, that's the one, and she was basically calling to say that a member of staff was helpful and stuff, and I was like kind of excited by it because it's always nice to hear these things, even if you're not the person they're referring to. And she asked me if I could tell management about it and I was like, yes, I'll definitely tell them, and she asked for my name to make sure I do it, which I found kind of odd, but I didn't think much of it, so I told her. And then I asked if she needs anything else and she just stopped responding. So I said bye and she still didn't say anything. So I figured that she had hung up or something. Then a bit later I get told that there was a complaint against me because apparently I answered the phone rudely, was not helpful, and hung up on her. It's actually really annoyed me.